thank you for joining me today. We're going to look at Ox forecast for August the 18th to September the 2nd of 2024. Entering this cycle in the lunar calendar, Ox's fortune begins to open up to new opportunities. You may also receive advice from others that change how you look at your current situation, including the next step in your life's journey. So this could be a very transformative lunar cycle for Ox natives. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video. My name is Sarah and I will be your guide as we take a deeper look at your career, wealth, health, and romantic sectors, plus a few obstacles. But overall, this is a pretty good time for Ox. Let's look at your career. Ox is over their current work situation. I mean, you're done. You really are. You're just done. But the next chapter hasn't really begun yet. You're ready to move on, but the opportunities aren't favorable just yet. So keep working diligently and soon you will have an opportunity for a better job placement. Try to limit the amount of time you spend thinking about work, as it can bleed over into all areas of your life and leave you feeling drained or grumpy, and that's no fun. Citrine is extremely helpful in bringing good luck and helping you prosper financially and with business aspects in this month. So wear or carry citrine to alleviate some of the stress around your career. For gig working or self-employed business owners, you may face more competition now as others try to imitate your success. Just keep your temper in check and continue to work hard. People say imitation is a very flattering thing because it means they like what you're doing and they see your success and they want to emulate you. Well, there's a difference between wanting to emulate you and stealing your ideas. And you may find that this month they're actually stealing your ideas. So that's why it's going to be really tough to keep your temper in check and not go off on them. But it's not the right thing to do. And your income may dip momentarily, but it will be on track soon. This whole imitation thing and stealing your ideas is very disheartening for you, but it won't last because they can't deliver what you do. They can't compete with you in the long run, and soon they will move on and this will just be a momentary thing. And also, this isn't the cycle to begin a new business. If you're thinking of starting something new, instead you use your time for research and open the business in the next cycle. This is the month of the hungry ghost, so those types of things are not favored. Business is overall a cycle. There are ups and there are downs for businesses of all kinds. And right now, this is kind of a slower time. It doesn't mean this is going to be a trend. It's just part of an overall cycle. So things will get back on track soon. Let's look at your health forecast. Ox is known for their very good health, and this month is no exception. Just make sure you get enough sleep and don't stress over work. Continue to take your meds and supplements to maintain your health. As I said, this is the hungry ghost month, so it's not advised to swim in unfamiliar places alone or engage in late night activities. Instead, relax at home with your family and friends and maybe go out and go to a show or a movie or something, but don't go to secluded spots and swim alone. It's just not favored. For overall better wellness, make a plan for the cycle. What can you adjust and how can you take breaks from all the stress and all the responsibilities that you are juggling? And also, how will you manage this over the next couple of months too? Because you are going to be changing jobs. You are going to be moving. You are going to be starting this next chapter. What could you do now to be proactive in addressing these issues so that you will have a smoother transition? So think about those things rather than getting caught up in the anxiousness or the depression or anger around work. And of course, to avoid burnout, take breaks as you can, even if it's just a small staycation or a day off to relax at home. Physical as well as mental well-being should be a priority during this cycle. Okay, so overall your health is good. Just try and detach more from work. Looking at your wealth. This month, stay away from risky investments, as they are not going to be lucky at all. Instead, focus on a 6-month plan to change your current situation. Like I say, you're going to have some big expenses coming up, so this might be a great time to start saving for them. Avoid overspending on distractions or entertainment this month as a way of self-soothing because, like I say, it's really not going to be helpful. You're going to need money for these big changes that are coming up. And these are going to be really positive changes, and it's going to be very fulfilling and thrilling, and you're going to be really happy to spend this money. So think about that. Think about long-term success versus momentary self-soothing. let's look at your romance. When it comes to matters of the heart, Ox is inclined to date for a longer time before committing. However, they aren't considered to be overly romantic by nature, and that's fine. You usually make sure you see and address your partner's needs rather than indulge in big romantic gestures. You may be embarrassed when others go overboard or go over the top in doing something romantic for you. So it's important that you select a partner who has similar expectations to make sure that you have a smoother relationship. Partnered Ox natives are comfortable in their current relationships, but advice from an outside source shines light on your situation. Because while things aren't perfect, a change of perception by looking at the situation from another person's point of view shows you how fortunate you really are with your current partner. As I just said about the big romantic gestures and things, some signs expect that. They expect over the top, always romance. And it's not that you don't want to give it, it's just not something that's important to you. You could see where if you were with a partner that expected it or demanded it, that things would not be smooth at home. So your current partner is a very good match for you. Don't take this for granted. Show your partner how much you appreciate them. That doesn't have to be a romantic gesture. It's just talking and letting them know that you do appreciate them. Also, towards the end of August is a very good time to discuss the future and where you both see yourself in 5 years. And your partner will have some very good insights too about that. While single female Ox natives will especially stand out now, not all admirers deserve your attention. Get to know your potential suitors before you start dating, else you could end up with more financial responsibilities. Ox is very good with money, but not all the other signs share this talent. So dating someone who is wild and free or careless with their finances could be a deal breaker for you. So it's better to find out now before you develop feelings for that person or end up even taking on their debt. So the next lunar month will be better for starting long-term relationships. As I said, this is the ghost month. It's not an auspicious time to get married during this period or start long-term relationships. But this energy won't last long. And the more superstitious people, of course, also avoid visiting sick people in the hospital, getting surgery, attending funerals, going on trips, or anything really big during this time. A practical approach is really the best way to handle the energy this month. Overall, things are okay for Ox, but you know they could be better, and you know you're ready to commit to transforming your life. So this is a cycle of epiphanies and really getting clear on what you want and making a plan on how you're going to move forward. So it's exciting. It's a slower month for its transformation, but it's building the foundation of these changes. So review what you want to change and then come up with a realistic plan. And Ox is a very grounded sign, so you won't have a problem with that at all. Use your skills to set goals and create a life-changing plan that is manageable. And yeah, this month is the beginning of that. Well, actually, last cycle was the beginning. So this is part 2 of it. You're still working on the foundational stuff, but it's good stuff. Good overall cycle for Ox natives. Thank you so much for spending time with me and watching this video. I do have more in the queue, so if you haven't already, be sure and subscribe. And if you like this video, be sure and give it a like. I'll speak to you soon. Reiki blessings.